Hey everyone, it's Tracy Martirana here from Holistic Wellness with Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the differences between what I call everyday evolution and setting your typical New Year's resolution. Well, I'm usually here with you sharing healthy recipes, herbal remedies, leading you in meditation, or helping you with your yoga practice. Today, I really just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes. It's almost the new year, so this is the time of year where we start to think about what we want to do differently next year. And when we do that, we tend to make these resolutions, these big sort of grandiose changes. We're going to lose weight. We're going to run a marathon. We're going to all of a sudden be a better wife or husband or mother. We're going to do something big. We're going to learn something great. We're going to change our lives in one way or the other. And in reality, these big grandiose changes rarely work out the way we hope they will. As a matter of fact, study after study has shown that if you really want to change your habits and therefore change your life, change what you do, you need to do it in small baby steps. You need to make tiny little changes over and over and over again until you get the result that you want. If you think about this, we've all experienced it. We've all decided we want to lose a few pounds and started this crazy diet that lasts maybe a day or two before we finally give up and just eat the box of cookies. Or we've joined the gym, gone a few days, and then quit because we're sore. We just bit off too much. Our bodies weren't ready for all of that. Or sometimes we make this grand plan and we never even do the first step. We fail right off because we don't know where to start, or the idea was just too much too fast. In the description box below, I'm going to link a couple books on habit change that I really enjoyed and would highly recommend. If you're interested, pick them up and check them out. I tend to think of habit change as learning to paint. And this is very convenient because that is one of the things that I want to learn to do in 2024 is learn to paint. I'm not talking about a wall. I can paint a wall. I want to paint art. I want to be more creative. So when I think of habit change, it makes me think of painting. And I think if I make that decision that I want to start painting, I can go to the store and buy a bunch of supplies and sit down at my easel or however I want to set up my paper, my canvas, and I can start painting. But I'm not going to get the masterpiece that I'm striving for, right? It doesn't matter how much I spend on my paints. It doesn't matter how much effort I put into it. I've never painted before, so I'm going to fail. It's not going to take me long to look at this picture and compare it to sort of what I'm aiming for and realize, yeah, not even close. However, if I take it from the small steps perspective, the everyday evolution idea of taking small baby steps, I might go buy some supplies. Then I might take a class or watch a tutorial on a few basic methods, a few basic, paint strokes, a few basic concepts. And then the next week I might practice them. Just practice every day, practice a little bit, practice a little bit. And then in another week, I might take another class or just practice a different technique. I might try to paint something really simple, and I might do that several times until I get it and I can do a little bit of shading and make it look real. And then I might move on the next week to something else. And yeah, I'm not painting that masterpiece. My first probably months of paintings are not going to look great. But once I get maybe 6 months in, I'm hoping that I can paint something that I'm like, oh, look at that. It really looks like what I was aiming for. It might only be a greeting card or bookmark, but hey, I can paint something. And I will be able to see then, like, wow, I can actually paint something decent. Again, it's not a masterpiece, but it's better than that painting in my first example, right? That probably looks like nothing. So by taking baby step and baby step and baby step, I can eventually get where I want to go. I call this idea of taking baby steps everyday evolution, because it really is the things that you do every day that make a difference. And if you really want to make a difference to your lifestyle or your habits, you have to make small changes every day. And you have to make them so small that you can't help but be successful. If you make a large change, you try to make a large change, chances are you'll fail at something. And as soon as you fail, your motivation plummets. But if you get a little win, a little success, then you're motivated to do a little bit more. You're motivated to do a little bit more every time you're successful. So we set ourselves up for success by making the steps so small that we will definitely do them and will definitely be successful at them. So let's look at another example other than painting or learning to paint. Let's say you want to eat a little healthier, exercise a little bit more. You want to be healthier, right? That's a pretty common New Year's resolution. I'm going to lose 15 pounds. I'm going to run a marathon. I'm going to eat healthy, right? These are the things that go through our heads. We make these resolutions all the time and then we fail. If we want to be successful, we have to set little goals, make little changes. So maybe right now our typical dinner is a meat, potato, and a vegetable. Great place to start. But if we want to eat a little healthier, maybe this week all we do is say 3 times a week, I'm going to have 2 vegetables with dinner. So I'm going to have a little bit less meat, a little bit less potato, peas and carrots. Something like that. Just an extra serving of vegetables a few times a week. That's not a big change. It's a little change. So we know we can do it. It'll be easy. Then maybe the next week, we're like, all right, I still want to keep increasing my veggies. So on Sunday, I'm just going to chop up a bunch of raw veggies, pack them into bags, and that's what I'm going to take to work every day and eat as my afternoon snack. So already right there on week 2, if we do that just during the week, the snack, plus a couple extra servings of vegetables during the week from the week before, we're now up to like 7 extra servings of vegetables every week into our diet. So we're going to keep doing those things and then keep adding in another little thing. Like maybe if you eat a lot of processed food, maybe the next step is, okay, I'm going to find some easy recipes that I can make from scratch. And maybe twice a week, I'm going to make from scratch recipes for lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever it might be. After that, we might decide, all right, we're doing that every week. This is good. Now I want to start a little bit more movement. So maybe twice a week during my lunch, I'm going to go for a 15-minute walk. I'll look at my calendar, check out my schedule. I see maybe Tuesdays and Fridays are the best days for that. Put it in my calendar, schedule it out. Just those 2 days, that's all I'm going to do. Just a little bit more exercise. And we're successful. We're able to do that. Maybe the next week after that, we're like, you know what? I'm going to just stick some dumbbells next to the couch. And now I'm going to keep doing all that, eating my vegetables, walking a couple times at lunch. But now when I sit down in the evening to watch TV, I'm going to grab those dumbbells, maybe do just 10 bicep curls. Maybe I'll stand up holding the weights, do 10 squats, put them down. I'm done. I've done a little bit of weight training every day, just a little bit. You see, you're successful. And you just keep building and building and building. So if you think about those changes, none of them are huge. If I pick out just one of them and said, oh yeah, my New Year's resolution is I'm going to eat 1 extra serving of vegetables a week for the rest of my life, right? That's not a huge change. But when you start adding them all together, it does become a big change. In just a couple of months, you will have made huge strides in your lifestyle. You'll be eating healthier, you'll be moving more, you'll be feeling better, and you'll be successful. Let's look at one more quick example. Say maybe you've decided that 2024 is going to be the year that you finally get your house under control, right? That you get rid of all the junk, that you start sorting through all of the stuff that's weighing you down, getting rid of the clutter, making your house more peaceful, easier to clean, just more pleasant to be in. So you could the very first weekend of the year, spend the whole weekend pulling crap out of your cupboards, out of your closets, sorting stuff, hauling stuff, moving stuff around. But chances are at the end of that weekend, you're just going to have a big mess and your back is going to be sore. At least that's what would happen to me if I tried that. The better idea behind that is if you really want to clean out your house, sort through your stuff, get rid of a lot of stuff to declutter, is to start small. Maybe start by just thinking it through, making a list of like maybe the troubled areas of your house. Which rooms really bother you the most, or which rooms do you spend the most time in so that you can focus there first. Pick one of those rooms, so let's just say it's the kitchen. Then divide that kitchen up. Don't just tackle the whole entire kitchen. Make it small so that you can do it easily and be successful at it. Maybe you divide the kitchen up into zones. So you're going to clear out the refrigerator one week. The next week, you're going to do your junk drawer. The week after that, you're going to just do maybe under the sink or the cabinets on each side of your sink, or however your kitchen is laid out, right? It doesn't really matter. Just pick some zones and one zone at a time so that it's small and easy to do. You could also, if that doesn't work for you, you could do it by sort of categories. Say, I'm going to do all the utensils today. I'm going to sort through all of my pots and pans, or I'm going to go through all my storage containers. Whichever works, and it might be a combination of those, but you come up with a plan of small bite-sized pieces that you can do start to finish and be done with it, right? And then once the kitchen is done, you move on to the next room, doing the same method, picking out pieces, not doing the whole room in one day, just doing it. I don't know, if you have a Saturday, take an hour and spend decluttering and then be done with it and move on, because you have a whole life to live, other things to do, right, than just this one thing. So it makes it doable so that you can be successful at it. The bottom line is whatever you want to do or learn or improve upon in the new year, I invite you to do it slowly and methodically so that you can be successful at it. Thank you for joining me. I have a lot of great content planned for the new year, so if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button so you never miss a video. I post videos on healthy recipes, herbal remedies, meditations, yoga, and I'll be adding some more of maybe these little fireside chats, or I guess it's more of a library chat, to help inspire you to live a healthy, happy, and balanced life. Thanks for joining me, my friends. Have a great day.